Hey everyone, Matt Wasik here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today I want to break down what it takes to rank a site in the search engine, specifically a local business type of website. So if you're doing this for a client, if you're doing this for your own lead gen or your own pay-per-call affiliate website, you're going to want to pay attention. So that way you can do this competitive analysis on the sites that you are building out and figure out what it's going to take and how much effort and energy it is going to take you to get your site to show up at the top of the search results so you can start bringing in traffic, bringing in conversions, and bringing in revenue. But before we get into the full competition analysis, there are a few things that you really need to be aware of when it comes to doing SEO. The first one being that the goal with our link building campaigns is to make these look as natural as possible. You do not want to be blasting hundreds of links at your site in 2 months' time when you just created the website 2 weeks ago. It's going to look really, really bad, and it's going to signal Google to probably hit you with a penalty, and that's not something you want to deal with at all. And another thing is that referring domains is a lot more important than the total amount of backlinks. Google likes quality, not quantity. And relevance is one of the things that comes into play as well. So you do not want to have links from a website that is all about dog training if you're trying to build and rank a site all about a plumbing service. All right, and so what we need to do in order to figure out how many links it's going to take for us to rank our site, there are some questions that we need to answer, and then when we take the answers to those questions, we can basically plug them together and they will answer our question here at the top of how many links it's going to take. So the first thing that we need to do is assess the competition for the search result that we are going to target. So what you're going to want to do first is head over to Google, and before we get into this entire competition analysis, I have a quick disclaimer. If you're someone who's been doing SEO for a while and you just happen to stumble across this video, if you have a system that works, then more power to you. This video is to share with you guys how I assess the competition, how I figure out how many resources it's going to take to beat the competition in the search results and take that traffic from the top of that first page. And that's what my entire goal is with this video, is to give you the tactical advice, take action, and put it to use in your business so that way you can get results with it. Because if you watch all of my videos on my channel but you don't take any action, nothing is going to happen. So please take action with the advice I give you and get some results with it. Now, let's figure out the competition for, let's see here, we'll do electrician, Rochester, Minnesota. I'm not targeting this search at all for any of my sites at the moment, but this may change after I see these results. So first things first, what you're going to need are a couple tools. The first one being the Keywords Everywhere plugin. So this is a free Chrome extension which you can get, and that's going to give you this data right here below the search bar. It's going to give you the approximate monthly search volume, the cost per click for the ads, and their competition assessment level. So we can see the ads here. So if we want to charge that company $2, we can do that right there. So for some cities and niches, you may see zeros here for the volume as well as the cost per click and the competition level, but do not let that deter you. If there are ads being run in the search result, then there is value in that search, first off. And also to think that there's nobody that is interested in an electrician in this entire city of Corcoran, Minnesota, which is, let's see how big this town is. I believe it's probably a few thousand. It's just under 6,000 population. And it's a relatively rural city, mostly houses on larger plots of land, multiple acre lots and that sort of stuff. So 59, we'll do 5,900, we'll say average of 4 people per house. That's about 1,500 homes. So to think that there's no value in this just because the search value here is 0 is foolish. So don't let that deter you that just because their search value here is 0 to not target these types of searches. So if anything, it makes it a little bit easier because some people doing SEO don't target them because they see, oh, there's 0 value. But what I look at it as is a way that, okay, I can build a city plus service page just like this company did right here, Randy's Electric, branded domain with Corcoran, Minnesota electrician as his page for his landing page, and he's here. And when we turn on our other tool that I recommend that you go get, which is the Mozbar, which is another Chrome extension, they do have a paid plan which will give you the amount of links as well as the referring domains. But if you just have their free plan, it's going to be just showing the links. So let's put the Mozbar to work with getting us our information that we need. So if you're using Ahrefs or Ahref, however it's pronounced, or SEMrush, whatever tool you want to use, you will want to get this information. And so what we want to basically do is figure out what type of quality links each one of these guys has pointing at their sites. So some of these have a lot of links with not a whole lot of domains. These ones here, same thing, 112 for 30 domains, 146. Angie's List, that's an exception because it is a massive directory. Same with Home Advisor, but Indeed as well. That's another one. If you look at that, they're just having relevant on-page content. That's what gets them to show up here. And then this one down here, 6 domains, 10 links, and this last one, Paxton Electric, 18 links, 7 referring domain. And so now we know how many referring domains and links are pointing at each one of the sites that our competitors have. So next we need to answer the question of basically quality and quantity and relevance. Are the links that our competition has high quality and are they relevant, or are they just garbage and spammy? So let's take a look at these guys here. Let's Get Wired MN. So let's take a look at their links. So they have 15 different domains, and their anchor text is primarily electrical solutions. So that looks like it's the branded name, mostly just URL anchor text. There's no exact match phrases that I'm seeing across 50 links. And that's a good sign. So let's take a look at their domains. So local Yahoo directory, go local 247 directory. And this is really what you want to basically be doing, is looking at what type of sites are pointing their links at your competition's site. So if you saw the video from a couple days ago where I talked about getting free backlinks, that is what you're going to want to do, following the SEO process of number 1, getting your on-page done properly, and number 2, of getting the foundational links built. So these are going to be your Web 2.0s, your citations with being listed on directories, just like how these guys are here. Buzzfile, GoLocal24, Emily Griffith, that looks like it's a blog or someone's type of website. Let's take a look here. Photo Talk, let's just look for electricians. So it's pretty old, 10/3, so October 3rd, 2011. So this is old. This is almost 8 years old, this post, or 7.5 years old. Thank you from Electrical Solutions. So a branded anchor text linked out to their site, and it has a lot of age. So that has a good amount of authority. Let's see, these guys were they were right behind Yelp. So this is probably someone's, let's see, what is she? So this is a local blog for someone, for a photographer. Okay, so this is something super relevant. Granted, it's not all about electrical stuff, but she mentions it here in this little blog post, with it being the lighting project for an electrician to do based in Rochester. Pretty relevant domain, in my opinion, and relevant link. So this one's legit. Granted, the spam score is a little bit higher, but let's take a look at this one here. Lock Social. Pretty high spam score, about 30%. And this looks like just another directory. So a directory US local data, that'll be a directory USA contractor. Let's take a look at this one here. Cannot be reached. That's not a good look. Let's see here. So another directory, discover a lot. Let's take a look at this one. So another directory. Very high spam score. So that doesn't look that great, but these guys are at the top of the spot. So let's take a look at Kuntz Electric. Go to website. Okay, so let's take a look at their domains, because that's really what matters here. So we have local Yahoo again, directory, go local 24/7, Buzzfile. Do you guys see a trend here now? When you start seeing these same ones, you want to do the same exact thing that your competition is doing, getting listed on these types of sites such as go local 24/7, Buzzfile, that sort of stuff. And really just be writing down these different sites that you are seeing your competition on. This one here is must be a Rochester-based news station. Let's take a look at where the link is coming from. yellowpages.kaltv. So it's just a directory. So a lot of these directories you would be able to get your site listed on, provided that they don't have phone verification. If you're doing this for a pay-per-call affiliate or a lead gen purpose. If they do, now again, I'm not going to advocate breaking other companies' terms of services, but what you could do is put your own phone number, have them dispatch the call to you. It's probably an automated thing. They confirm it, and then you are listed within a couple days' time. And then from there, you continue building more foundational links before we even start doing PBNs, which is what our goal is here in this video. But as you can see, a pretty big trend here. A lot of crap links, but also a lot of directory, high authority type websites. We'll head over here to the next one, to the next competitor, and we're just going to look at the domains. Directory, $5 site. So mostly junk. for this one for sure. Another, let's see here. So then we get down here, electricians near me. So there's another directory. So that's what a lot of these are appearing to be. So if you have not seen that video from a couple days ago, go back and watch it. You will see the links to where you can get local citations as well as industry specific citations. And as you get them built out over the course of a month or so, you want to start doing that, and then we start getting into PBNs. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter, and we're just going to do what we need to do now rather than going through the entire assessment of all of these referring domains. So what we want to do next is assess the average amount of referring domains to all the sites here on this first page. So I went ahead and did that already. We have an average of 122 total referring domains across the board. Divide that out by the 10 spots, gives you 12 referring domains on average, or just over that. So if we were to go out and acquire 12 PBNs, not all at once, by the way, but we would do that in addition to these web directories and citations. When we are going to acquire these PBNs, you can head over to Legit. There are lots of different good sellers there. I have links down below in the description to some of my trusted sellers that I purchased from. For some of them, you can request them to give you a niche specific or location specific type of domain. That will help you. So for this example, since we are targeting Rochester, Minnesota, if you can maybe find a blog that was about Southeast Minnesota living or something like that for your domain, that would help you tremendously, especially if it has good metrics that are more than what we require here, which would be a domain authority of 20, trust flow of 15, and a spam score of close to 0. Trust flow is a metric used by Majestic. You want to plug that domain into Majestic and see what the numbers are, and if it's good like that, then you'll want to do that. So now that we've run the numbers and we've basically answered all of these questions here, so we figure out how many referring domains each of the sites has. Are they good quality and relevant, or are they complete garbage, which we figured out most of them are directories which can be acquired. And then with a little boost from some good PBNs over the course of a few months, we could see ourselves beating these guys and take this traffic that's up here at the top. And we put this to work and monetize this with either an affiliate network, or you head over to page 2 and you call up any of these guys here, Ryan's Electric, for example, and you say, hey, we have the #1 spot here for Electrician Rochester. We're getting 50 calls a month. Do you want these phone calls? We'll charge you X amount for each one of these calls. Let's say it's $50 for each one. So that is competition analysis in a nutshell. There's a bit more that goes into it as far as like link building timelines and that sort of stuff. You want to be building out these links. So those 12 domains, you don't want to blast all of them at your site at one time in the first month or two. You definitely do not want to do that. You want to basically build them out gently over time, over the course of a few months, making it look as natural as possible, and then continue doing that process until you are ranking where you want to rank and you're seeing the traffic numbers you want to see. And most importantly, the website is now profitable with the conversions that are being driven onto the site. So with that said, if you like this type of content, be sure to go down below, drop a like, and also if you're not already part of the family here, be sure to go down below, smash that subscribe button, also hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when all the new content comes live here on the channel. And if you are interested in becoming proficient at building websites and ranking them in the search results, monetizing them with lead generation or pay-per-call affiliate campaigns, be sure to check out the course down below. There's a link in the description. And if you wanted to get access to the list of the 9 most profitable lead gen and pay-per-call niches, there's a link to download that as well. And with all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.